Hey everybody, I'm Charlie. If you've been around this channel for a while and you've been interested in this genre, you know that I've tried to have Divinity Original Sin 2 on the channel twice already. The first time was with a partner who decided it wasn't quite right for his channel. Totally respect that. The second time I tried it then was right after that, and then I decided it wasn't right for my channel because there wasn't a whole lot of interest in it at the time. But I can't stop thinking about it. I want to play through it, and I kind of don't care about viewership anymore. I just want to play through it. And so what I'm going to do is my last attempt at Divinity Original Sin on this channel and on Twitch and things like that. We've teamed up with an excellent broadcaster. His name is RunawayRobot, and we're super excited about this co-op campaign. We've already had 2 streams of it, so I've waited a little bit. Waited until we're getting a little bit into it before I start posting videos this time. And the quality that I'm sharing initially is just straight from the stream. If this series takes off a bit, if it does okay, I'll start recording locally and we'll ramp up the quality back to the channel's standard, and we'll go from there. I'll put more time into it when I can determine that it's worth it. We're playing Divinity Original Sin 2 Definitive Edition. It's the newest version of the game. Big update, lots of balance changes, and I would like to go in and describe sort of what the game's about and give you an introduction, which is what this video, episode 0, is to the campaign, so you're not completely lost when you start watching before. We're playing Tactician. Tactician is a game mode where the AI is significantly smarter. They also gain access to abilities they didn't normally have in the easier difficulties. And overall, it just makes combat a whole lot of fun and a whole lot more challenge. It's a very sizable, very noticeable change in combat difficulty. There's also honor mode, which gives you a single save. This is basically the Iron Man mode. If your entire party gets wiped, so do you, and you're done. The save file deletes itself. We're not going to do that, but we're going to go ahead and just do this really quick so I can share with you the 2 characters that RunawayRobot and I are playing for this campaign. So Divinity Original Sin 2 gives you a lot of options for customizing a character of your own, but there are also origin characters. RunawayRobot, he's playing as the Red Prince. He's infamous, a brilliant warrior general exiled from his empire for cavorting with demons. After falling from grace, he's refusing to give up, and he's determined to get back his throne. That's his entire motivation. I'm going to show you both of the origin stories for our character here, but I also wanted to give you a quick look at sort of like the different classes and stuff that we're playing at the same time. So Robot is playing as a fighter with the Red Prince. He's going for more of a Frost Paladin type build. This essentially means that he will be close range. He will be our tank. That is to say, he'll be the character that can take a whole bunch of damage because he'll be much stronger in that regard to do that, so that the rest of the party hopefully can focus on other things that don't necessarily mean taking damage. My character, for example, is a lot more squishy than the Prince, but it can be beneficial to have a big tank. If you're not familiar with this type of genre, with an RPG style, pen and paper style RPG, you may not understand quite that concept. So just know the Prince is sort of the protector. He's going to be someone who is supposed to stand in front of his party and take a beating because he can take it, as opposed to everyone else who potentially cannot. But he's also going to be dishing out a lot of different damage. He's also going to be doing good crowd control. He has abilities like bouncing battle stomp. That's what I was looking for. He has abilities like battle stomp, which allows him to put stun on his enemies, hopefully smashes enemies into the ground. He'll have other abilities like fortify, which gives him additional armor, things like that. So this is the character that Joel's going with, his RunawayRobot's going with. We're gonna listen to his origin story now, and then I'll start talking about Fane as well.
Famed, of course, for my unique red skin and unparalleled skills as a general of the House of War, I, the Red Prince, was raised within the vast palaces of the fabled Forbidden City. I was destined to become the next emperor. But my ambitions suffered a bit of a setback when I fell from grace for cavorting with demons. Now, I'm exiled and hunted by assassins. But I assure you, I remain undaunted and as determined as ever to claim my rightful throne.
So anyway, that is the Red Prince's story. There's a lot of different skills that he'll be learning, and a lot of different, like, there's so much customization with characters in this game. That's why one of the reasons why I like it a lot. Switching gears now, talking about the character I'm playing, and that is Fane. You might notice Fane is basically dead, or undead, if you will. The cool thing about Fane I like is how unique he is in terms of like his class and sort of like the gameplay that's required for Fane. I'm gonna be playing as a wizard. This is a magic caster, range damage, and in the early game, a wizard is very strong. The unique things about Fane, it says, I woke up with my world gone, last of my kind. I hide behind a charmed mask, searching for the truth about a history no one knew existed. I will put the start of last stream at the end of this little introduction that I'm making for you now. It's directly from Twitch. I already kind of went over it, and I wanted to make this video, the beginning of this video, specifically because we didn't, in my video anyway, on my channel, you can see his perspective on RunawayRobot's channel, but on my channel, I didn't, my video doesn't really talk so much about the Red Prince, so I wanted to give you an introduction to that. So I'm gonna let myself from the stream do the rest of the talking on this. And if you like this content, if you like this type of game, it's very different than anything I've had on the channel. I mean, I've tried this twice and it doesn't really do well, but this time I'm not quitting. This time we're going all the way. If it does absolutely terribly here for some reason, then I probably will just stop posting it, but I will still continue to play it on Twitch. I'm not quitting this time. It's in my head. I gotta finish it. I gotta play through it. It's such a good story. It's such a good experience for play. It's a bit slower than many people will like to watch, and that's fine. You might notice that a lot of videos that I post lately don't get a whole lot of views compared to like a certain niche, and that's just because my content strategy has changed from wanting to cater to others to cater to myself, and I'm much happier that way despite the lower views. So anyway, I'm gonna let myself do the talking here. In the past with the streams, and episode 1 that actually starts the story is live alongside this video as well. So thanks for watching, guys. I'll see ya. Bye. Cool. I'm gonna be Fane. Fane, for anyone who watched the last my last two attempts at this game, I was Fane then too. I still want to go through his story. Fane is an undead. It makes him a little bit unique compared to other characters in the game because he does not heal conventionally. Anything that is normally healing in the game will heal every other party member, but it won't. It'll hurt Fane. Instead, he heals by poison, which is something that hurts everyone else. So it's kind of like there's a bit of an opposite happening there. As a result, he'll probably have to kind of take care of himself, you know, when it comes to like making sure he stays alive. Can be a little bit tricky, so I am gonna start with the wizard class. It's pretty strong in the early game, and we're gonna need some good damage. We're gonna need some really good DPS and area control and things like that. I am gonna focus on pyrokinetic and also geomancer. So pyrokinetic has fire. There are usually 2 fire abilities available. I'm only going to choose one of them because I want to have my other 2 abilities be abilities that are centered around poison and contamination and things. Because I want to be able to heal myself, and contamination will probably do some nasty stuff. You know, now that I walk around and I talk about this, contamination just sounding worse and worse as I do this. Basically, it's a giant AoE thing that like hits everything in the area. But it has a tendency to turn other things into poison. So if you happen to be standing in water, for example, and then, you know, that water, maybe there's fire nearby and the whole place goes up. And, you know, actually, I've changed my mind. We're going to do Fossil Strike instead on that.
Good.
Right at the last minute. Right at the last minute, I'm changing. This does mean I'm a little less capable of healing myself, but, you know, it is what it is. Because Fossil Strike is really powerful. Slowing down your enemies is really, really powerful. So
Oh, that's right. I forgot I can actually change some of his stuff. I gotta go.
Yeah, of course. For abilities, I'm gonna go with Thievery 1 off the start, just because because he's a skeleton, there's another perk for being an undead. There's 2 other perks for being an undead. One of them is he can unlock things with his bony fingers. So he doesn't need lock picks. He can just use his really bony fingers to do it. So if I have 1 in Thievery, I can unlock some doors, which could help us in the early game. I don't really know or remember. Also, I've heard, can't confirm, because I haven't started a game yet, but I heard that the intro to the game, like the very first scene, the very first thing that we experience is different than it used to be with the Definitive Edition.
Oh, really?
I heard that they changed it. I don't know what it is to change it, but if they changed it, they may have added something, and I want to be able to unlock any doors they give me. So
yeah, for sure.
So we're gonna go with Thievery there. It's the only way we can ever unlock a door in the very first place, because even if you have another character with Thievery, you don't have any lock picks. So anyway, there's that. And then what was the other thing I was gonna do? I think that's it. Oh, and for attributes, normally I would start with +1 Constitution. I'm gonna change it to Memory. So I'm gonna be a little bit easier to kill, but I'm gonna have an extra spell slot. So
I'm clicking through all of his like hair, quote unquote hair color, and it changes like his horn colors and stuff. And I'm just I'm having way too much fun with this right now. So hang on. So in my chat, the asked why no custom characters. The reason that we're doing no custom characters is because we're trying to maximize on our first run all of the actual different storylines that are put into the game. So like if we use actual named characters, we get all of these side quests and things like that we get to utilize.
There you go.
Kind of make it a little more interesting. Yeah. So that's the reason for no custom right now.
Delatharia, how are you? Welcome.
Presets, strength con.
Feeling pretty good. A little sore. Feeling pretty good.
Like his presets are perfect for what I'm looking for. Which I think, and we decided, opportunist was going to be the deal there. Okay, and.
So I think did we ever decide who was getting Pet Pal?
No, we didn't, because I think I am, but okay. I'm taking it like level 2 or 3, whatever the next available opportunity was.
Right. Yes.
We wanted opportunists for early fights just because it is super useful.
Yes. I'm gonna take Far Out Man. It just lets me cast my spells farther away. It's pretty easy. Pretty easy thing.
Cool.
Which is good because I have Fossil Strike now.
Him. Ooh.
You can rename who? You can rename Red Prince?
I want to rename. Yeah.
What?
Oh, wait, no, I thought so. Oh, it's letting me highlight it, but it won't let. Never mind.
Yeah. I can't do it either. I thought you could. I was like,
oh, dude.
Like, think about it. Like, if they would let you rename him, but you can't change his voice. What?
Oh yeah, right. Well, yeah. Awesome.
So
I'm so stoked.
Are you set?
Great. Yeah, I'm in.
So I'm gonna play the origin story for my character to my stream.
Oh.
So if anybody wants to see the other one, open the multi-stream, like I said.
Now I can't go back, so I'm gonna go multi then.
Okay. Well, in that case, I don't want to say, hey, come watch mine if you want the Red Princes. I can't even watch the Red Princes, honestly. I can't because you're selected on him, so I can't change my character to him.
Can't do it. Wait, hang on. Maybe I can main menu. I could go to the main menu.
It still says you're in my game, so.
Oh, that's true. I guess I'm in. Never mind. Can't Red Prince it.
It's okay. It's okay. So Red Prince's origin story is fairly straightforward. He was next in line for the throne for this empire for his people, and he started cavorting with demons to do certain things. He was convicted of it and basically exiled, and his entire motivation is trying to get back what he feels was rightfully stolen from him, and he's attempting to basically restore his honor. And a lot of the lizards, if you will, there's a lot of lizards around the world. They are very familiar with him because he has a very iconic red tint to his skin, and that not very many do. So that's why he's a little. That's the difference, basically. That's what I'm gonna say. Fane's origin story is as follows.
Oh, don't stare. How would you look after eons in some ghastly crypt? Your people are rather prone to death. Mine are not. Yet when I emerged from my completely unjustified imprisonment, I found them gone.
What is happening to his
culture
wardrobe?
Forgotten. Any trace of the world I knew all but obliterated.
Some serious bugs happening there.
I must even hide my true face beneath an ever-shifting mask for fear you savages will attack me. That is how I wander this strange world, trying to uncover the truth about a history you primitive people never even knew existed.
There you go. There you go. There's your origin. That's pretty much it. For a little bit more in-depth explanation as to Fane, he used to be a bit of a scientist, a bit of a scholar, and he was taking part in some research that the leader / king at the time forbade. Yeah, forbade. That's the correct. I think that's English. English is hard.
That works. I think that works.
And essentially, he got caught, and his punishment for that was basically being sentenced away in this big crypt. He, of course, died, and is decaying away. I think it's about 100 years later or something. He was discovered by the people of this world. The world's changed. He's very old. And the people who discovered him, what I can only really translate it as he ate them to absorb their energy, their source energy, and thus allow him to live like this. So effectively, he ate the people who saved him, and now he's sort of lost in this world, attempting to try and figure out what happened to his people. So that's his motivation. It's kind of cool. Okay.
He ate the people who found him.
Yeah.
He just ate them. It's fine. It's totally okay. Yeah, whatever, man.
I don't know what instrument's your favorite instrument. I'm going with cello.
I also picked cello. It's my favorite.
All right, then. Well, I'm going to take timbura then, because it sounds pretty cool. I want to be different. Cool. I want to be different. All right.
I appreciate that. I would not give up the cello. I'm going to be honest with you.
All right, I'm going to hit go. We'll have a story. There's going to be a cutscene. And other than that,
we'll do the thing.
Yeah, enjoy. Mine, when I first click it, you guys already know this, because I've already said it, but when I click start game, it gives me a warning. It pops up. And it says, beware, playing as an undead poses unique risks and benefits. Undead must veil their true selves from the living or risk being attacked. So if anybody sees me with my mask off, or my arms and legs aren't covered, they'll know I'm undead and they freak out and they tell guards and we get in a fight just because I exist. Healing potions and spells will damage me, while poison heals me. Undead can pick locks with their bony fingers and can survive the scourge of death fog. So I'm also the only character in the party that will be able to survive any death fog that might be around. So maybe we'll find some cool things there. I don't know. Anyway, continue. Confirm.